You're live now, I guess. I was using Restream earlier to be able to get my videos straight up to YouTube, so I didn't have to download it and then start from the download the video and then upload and everything, but just go straight on live to YouTube and then had the video straight up there. But there was some problems. I noticed that we were dropping frames on Twitch and the stream cut out a single time as well, and I don't want that. I am streaming to Twitch. That is my idea and my main reason for streaming. That is where I enjoy watching streams, and that's what I want to focus on. So I removed Restream, but unfortunately that is still causing some problems here. It seems to be working now. Anyways, I was saying we are at our first loss. We lost 200 pets approximately, but that comes with a bit of a note because we might have a lower bankroll right now than we did last week, but we bought up 4 L30 finders and we still have 3 of those in inventory, and the markup on those 3, the total trade terminal value of them is 400 and the markup represents 236 pet. So technically we're actually at a profit, as you can see here. If we add these 236 pet, we were actually at 3,653 pets. So we actually made a bit of money last week if we do the calculations that way. But I need to rely on a fixed way of doing my calculations. I can't go around changing the ways I do the accounting every week just because we did some different things. I have to do it this way, and then maybe next week we won't have any amplifiers in game, but we will have a lot of ores on auction that is set on a certain percent. So next week it might be in our favor. So I need a fixed way of doing the accounting. So that was mainly why I did it this way, and then I put a note: if there's anything worth noting, I will do the same. If the bankroll seems a bit inflated one week due to us having a lot of rare ores listed on auction. But basically, considering how bad mining just was last week, we actually did okay, because mining was really bad last week. We didn't, every time we went into the Chinook jungle, into the Garcen fields and the Cave Set fields, we got really bad returns. We got Belcar, we got and Magirian spray. We didn't get any good mix of high paying minerals and matters. So and the average returns was very low as well last week. There was very long periods of time where mining just died on us. So I must admit, coming out from under last week and still be this good and still pretty much breaking even with a very small profit is yeah, that's a good thing. We should be happy. So I'm just gonna go straight into Chinook jungle here, considering that it is a bit of a low activity. Hang on, I need my phone. And I'm back. It is a bit of a low activity time of day here, so there's not that many people online. So we're gonna see if we can have this place on for ourselves here. So I added the level 5 finder here, level 5 amplifier, not finder, level 5 amplifier to the set 20 finder, and I have on amp for ores. We don't want to be spending chrono. Thank you very much for the follow, man. Hope you're well. So yeah, we're gonna go straight into the best place. It doesn't start well. We start out with some Magirian mist here. It's not really what we want to see. It doesn't have any markup. We'll see if we can compensate with a bit of red light here, or maybe some Rugorits. I forgot to switch scenes. I need the streaming scene. I just went in full screen here. There we go. That should be the right one. Yes. Probably, and I had to add this. I didn't, suddenly I got a subscriber yesterday. That was a bit of a surprise to me, so I had to add something here to really say thank you and show some appreciation for the support. I'll just make it a little bit smaller. I don't want these things to dominate the stream too much. It is about the gameplay. I think that's okay. That's acceptable, I believe. While still saying thank you. So we'll see what we can get here. Hopefully mining is improving. It seems like it. Yesterday, for the first time in like 4 or 5 days, we got a decent amount of Garcen Lubricant and cave sap. That has pretty much been gone for us. It was all Belcar and Magirian mist, but yesterday was the first day for almost a week that we started getting some decent paying stuff, minerals, and it matters. But we don't want to see too many of these Belcar Magirian mist will move. I was thinking I might actually go for a run for some energized crystal. I want to see a bit of that. So as you know, we had that small Hall of Fame, that Huff, that 258 pet Huff that disappeared on us because I got sick and had to stay in bed. I wrote support about that. Apparently, I was told that you can write support and they will return the claim to your inventory. I had pretty much written it off and was just really sour about losing 258 pet for absolutely no purpose at all. But yeah, we'll see what they write. But I wrote them and hopefully they will... what I was told is that they will return the stuff to your inventory. So that's pretty cool. Considering it was a bit of an extraordinary circumstance. Well, first of all, I was streaming and I don't want to drill out 258 pet of Listerian on stream. That's just bad value for you guys out there watching. And second of all, then I got sick, so I just, when I got back home, I didn't think 1 second about Entropia. I had one thing in my mind: getting into bed and sleep when I got back home. So it was a bit of an extraordinary situation. So hopefully they will accept that as a decent cause for missing the time of the deed and seeing it expire. Would be sweet. So if we get 2 more claims here of either Belcar or Magirian, we're gonna leave. This is not good. We've had 1 cave sap, but oh yeah, we had 1 Garcen as well. Still a bit thin. We'll see. I might just continue a little more. So it's hard, it is always hard to say because Entropia does what Entropia does, but if I'm to give a like if I was to guess what's gonna happen for the next couple of weeks, then we're gonna go into like stagnation here. We're gonna see just stable returns between 90-96%. It's just gonna be what I would call boring grinding mining. That's gonna be the next 4 to 5 weeks here. With pretty much nothing going on. It might even be longer. So we really have to rely here on our markup. Markup is the only thing we can rely on during these weeks here. Then when those weeks are over, we move into, oh, we got a sizable here. We move into like the boom period again. Maybe a small loss period, bust period, where we get really bad returns, and then we'll move into a boom period where we get some puffs and stuff. But my guess is we're going into some kind of adjustment phase here, where we're just gonna be paid whatever we put in, most plausibly with a bit of a loss attached to it. But we are good at finding stuff with markups, so we'll rely on that. Put up our Sandorium, 2 Sandorium ingots on auction at buyout at 100 pet per ingot, which is 1330%. So that is the kind of stuff we want to do. Let me just check here that everything is cool with the stream. Should we have a little bit of music? I guess we can have a little bit of music. This one was pretty good. So obviously hitting a sizable there kind of gives us a very good start to the run. Gotta remember we are unamped on our ore finding stuff. We have a level 5 amplifier on the set 20, so we are at a standard setup here. Hang on, I can see there's some kind of mess up here. Just move that over there, so we don't have those two getting into a fight. Whatever. It's annoying not being able to see what we loot. Of course, we do hunt once in a while and we do kill some stuff. It's really annoying if there's text overlapping. You're not able to read what kind of stuff I'm looting. That's actually a decent setup there, having the latest subscriber up here. And there's still room to have something over here without it getting too annoying. Don't want a big mess on the screen. But I do have to recognize you guys out there who support. It's pretty important, to be honest. That's why you stream, isn't it? To have people enjoy it. And when people do give something up to show they do enjoy it, you really gotta recognize that. There are definitely some problems with the lighting and my GPU. For some reason it just Like my computer should be crushing this on max settings, but for some reason every time that's lighting it's the same out on Solace Beams Island here. Every time I run into the light here, every time I move towards the sun, I'm not dying here, but every time I move into the sun, it seems to come up with some pretty big buffer cache lagging stuff. Seems to be some trouble emptying out buffers. Or cache or whatever. So, seemed to die out a little as usual. Decent amount of claims in the beginning, dying out a bit. Probably come back once we reach the end here, we'll start claiming again. So we're getting a lot of Garcen. Three last and meta claims here has been Garcen. We started out with Magirian, which of course worried me a lot, because we cannot make a living off Magirian. The last times we've been here, as I said during last week here, it has been all Magirian. And if we focus on mining that, we will simply lose pets, so we cannot do that. So I've been leaving this area very early every time because, as I said, mining Magirian equals loss. But now we are getting Garcen Lubricant, and that we can mine all day. With the kind of markup we paste on our amplifiers, we will be fine at 110%. Obviously we would like to see some cave sap. We would like to see some Typhonic steam. But until we find those, Garcen Grease will serve us just well. And that was the cave sap. So this is going from a fairly poor run to pretty good run. That's how it goes. So I've decided I'm gonna put a post up on Planet Calypso forum. Oh, stones. That I will be buying up a modified excavator. This one is too slow. I wanna be able to excavate faster. So I'm gonna put a buy post up at 2k. If someone is willing to sell at 2k, we'll take it from there. So we tier something. And now to Funny Steam. So this is pretty sweet. So I think 2k is reasonable. I was saying, excuse me. I was saying, oh, prefix. Hang on. Fine. I was saying earlier that I wouldn't be making any big investments into the game, and I kind of stay by that. But this is for the stream. It means a lot, and that we won't be standing around excavating for too long because it's boring and it doesn't really provide any kind of entertainment value either for me nor for you. So what is the most eco excavator? It is without a doubt improved excavator. Improved excavator is the most eco excavator in game. Secondarily, it's the adjusted, I believe. The problem with the improved excavator is without a doubt its price. It is extremely expensive because there's not that many in game, and being like, I had an improved excavator for years back in the day, and I was maybe repairing it once a year. It was ridiculous. It was so economic. It's a fraction of decay compared to other excavators. I would say as a new person, if I was to be fairly serious about mining but still a hobby miner, I would probably buy the ME05 SGA. That one has decent efficiency as well and a fairly fast extraction speed. It's kind of a decently balanced mid excavator. If I was a complete noob, I think the Rookie Genesis Terramaster or something. No, it's the Entropia Rookie Finder, but that's due to a like a feature. I don't know if I'm to call it a feature or a bug in game that means that even though the excavator from the first side of the stats shows that it's expensive, then in this game you will always, no matter how low efficiency the excavator is, you will always pull 5 stones. So basically, even though the efficiency of the excavator is too low to pull 5 stones, it will still pull 5 stones. So the efficiency of the excavator is actually a lot higher than it shows because there's this thing in game. They might change it at one point and then it will be a horrible excavator, but for noobs, for now, it should be pretty good. But yeah, the improved excavator without a doubt is just an amazing excavator. I loved it. It was my most prized item without a doubt. The problem was, of course, it was expensive back then. It was 16,000 pets in markup, and that's a lot of money having locked up in an excavator. But my bankroll was a lot bigger back then, so it wasn't that much of a problem. But if you look at lost opportunity from those 16k pets compared to what you actually get from the excavator, and yeah, there's a lot of considerations to really. You shouldn't be taking that kind of investment lightly. Because you might, even with Calypso land deeds, be getting a better payback than what you save in fees on or repair costs on the excavator. But the modified excavator is actually a pretty bad excavator when it comes to efficiency per peck. It's pretty expensive to use. My only reason for thinking it being a viable excavator is due to the streaming. As simple as that. Because the efficiency per peck is the same as this one, the one we're using right now. That means we won't be losing any value, but we will just be extracting a lot faster. That has value for the stream. Oh, we got a bit of red light here. We got a small. I don't believe we have any amplifier on. No, that's pretty good actually. It's a good sign. That means it's 2 stones. Each stone is 220. I think someone in chat told me that now the improved excavator had a markup of around 10k. So you need to pay 10,000 pets to get one. I believe the trade terminal, the base value of it is 66 pets or something, so it's not a lot, but in base value, but 10,000 pets in markup is a lot. I remember when I just bought the improved excavator, the first time I had a run with it, I thought it was broken. Seriously, it decayed so little, it was literally cents on a 1,000 pet mining run. If we were to ever mine or to own one of the larger high-end unlimited amplifiers, that would definitely be the way to go. Ah shit, phone, hang on guys. And I'm back. Hey, Gojijama. Sorry about that, I was on the phone. This is a pretty damn great mining, to be honest. I am gonna be hammering away from here and not breaking for nobody. Let me just check here that I actually unmuted the mic. I did. Man, I never, in my wildest dreams, thought there were so many things you had to be aware of when streaming. There's always like something like unholy god there subscribing. Suddenly you have to think about, hey, how do I give this guy some value for his money here? How do I you actually have to come up with a name of what you want to call that kind of outfit there that the guy joins. Then just, I know it seems a pretty ridiculous, but I have to figure out like just how to put that thing up there. Like, I'm not in any way versed in streaming, so I had to figure out how to add that stuff over there and change the colors and stuff like that. Everything takes like half an hour. And then there's also, I need to figure out how to add that little mark somewhere on the screen so I can actually see if I muted the microphone. I have to do the accounting for the runs. I have to read up on the forums to stay on top of things. There's quite a lot of stuff you need to do. I enjoy it, don't get me wrong. I actually enjoy every bit of it. But it takes up a lot of time. Actually, today, me being sick actually came to my benefit, because I was gonna go to CrossFit tonight. We have CrossFit on Mondays, but me being sick and everything, I don't want to go up there and give them what I have. So I get to stay home all day. Hey Fuso, I have so far mining is pretty damn good, to be honest. We are finding, it seems like the bad week is behind us. We are finding great quantities of Chiffonic Steam, Garcen Lubricant and Cave Sap. All in all, we are actually doing very well. As you know, last week has been really horrible and we were lucky coming out doing as well as we did. I wrote up a bit of a summary below the stream here. You can see it looks like we lost a little over 200 pets, but if you read the text below you can see that we have made some investments and those investments are not being taken into the account. So all in all, we actually came out with a bit of a profit. So that was very amazing. Everybody I've talked to in game about last week says that it was just a bad week, very bad week. Oh, and there we got a great Garcen grease. How much was it? 86 pets plus 8 pets in Margot, almost 100. So as I said, we are gonna just go ham here. Thank you, Kojiyama. We'll drill them out later. Og Keep the good work. Minus 200 pet. Yes, that was the result for last week. But as I said, we have 3 L30s. I did buy 4 L30s combined. We sold one bag out there. We made a bit of profit on that. But we bought, and we have in our inventory right now 3 L30 finders, and they have a total combined base value of 408 pets. And we bought those as 158%. The problem is when I do the accounting for the bankroll challenge, I don't take markup into account on anything but the stuff listed on auction, and there I take the starting bid. So that basically means that those 236 pets that we paid in markup on the L30s are just vanished. They are just gone. So technically we're actually still up like 20 pets if we take it. Look at it. And you're still in plus 1500, right, or more. Yes, we are still at plus 1800 actually. We're still up 1800 pets for the 6 weeks here. So we are doing okay. Well, as you say, can have bad and good days as in real life. That's true. That this game, and in this game, there's more bad, boring days than there's good days. But if you grind through the boring / bad days and still manage to almost break even or minimize your losses, then when it starts pouring on you, like when it starts raining on you and you'll start looting good stuff, it pours. That's when you will really make money. And we saw that we had 4 really slow weeks, and then we had 1 week that gave us 1600 pets in profit or something. And that's gonna be pretty much the way this is gonna go. Yeah, just gotta stick through it, grind through it, believe in yourself. Make sure you make your decisions on the best information possible out there. And believe in yourself, keep making right decisions, don't panic, you'll be fine. Yeah, indeed, because you can burn your fingers fast. Yeah, I did that in the past. As you say, burned my fingers there, thinking that I had to spend a lot of money when it was good and not spend any money when it was bad. Today I am trying to do what I do, whether it being bad or good. I don't mind the overall universe loot circle too much. I don't amp down just because loot is bad, because it will basically just prolong the bad periods if I burn a lot of pets when it's good and burn less pets when it's bad. Then that means it's gonna take me longer to dig myself out from under the markup that I missed. Oh yeah, just pick the right choices. And I panicked as well. Back in the day I thought, well, this is just weird, I'm losing so much money, I don't understand. And then I thought I just needed to use some bigger amplifiers, and then you could force it out of the ground and I'll be fine. There's probably a big HOF down there. That's the reason that it's not looting. It's waiting to give out that big one. But it didn't. It's never like that. You just dig yourself further into the hole. So did I close that one? Oh, I put a bid in. There was a level 5 amplifier for sale. Level 5 amplifier blueprint for sale at 200 pets markup. And it had a quality rating of 31, which is decent. It's not great. You want to see 68 for really being able to do well on it. But 31 is acceptable. It was for sale at 204 pets, I believe. I put a bid on 204 pets. But I can see now that the money has been returned to our account. 206 pet I made a bid on, I see. I had 700 before, but I guess someone overbid us. It was ridiculously cheap at 200 pets. Well, you took your own advice and swapped to TT Finder until you can get a higher skill. Yeah, that's a bit of a limbo you're in there with a being new to the game. It's very difficult getting started. You need skills, and it basically means you're gonna be playing really slow in the beginning. You're going to the shop, see Kojima. Have a nice trip to the shop. And of course you can always just invest more pets in the game. You can always just whip out that old credit card and basically buy yourself time. But not everybody want to do that, and a lot of people feel there's some kind of honor and satisfaction in building it up by yourself. And I definitely understand that. And then, as you say, Fuso, there's the TT finder. It's hard to do bad with that thing, because it seems to be some kind of adjustment to the lower levels, benefiting new people. So didn't we get a tier up? Did we get a skill up? Hey Shabo, is there any benefit to mine in a tax land area, less miners, bigger fights? No, not at all. Tax land areas are really hard to make a living on, because the margins of this game is very small. If you go back, look at our previous results, you'll see that 3% pretty much makes up our profits. So if we have to pay 3% in tax, we will be left with nothing. Obviously, as you say, there are less miners, so you are less likely to mine areas that other has just mined, but there's plenty of ways of doing that outside land areas, so that's not, in my opinion, really a good argument for mining land areas. I personally do it, as you say there, because I like to mine, I enjoy mining, and I want to keep playing. So when server population is really high and every untaxed land area and untaxed areas seem to be overmined, I sometimes go into land areas to keep mining, but it is exceptional circumstances when I do it. But having to pay 3 to 5% tax is pretty much giving up your profits. There's been a lot of talk in the past about you being compensated for the tax you pay through your base loot, but there are absolutely no proof to that claim. Yeah, you have to, or you'll just dig your own hole, yeah, with a K. And you don't mind by committed. Yeah, you can, and using a trade terminal finder, as you say, Fuso, you can get lucky. You might hit something big, just 100 pets, and you're good to go, right? Thanks for the explanation. No problem, Chavo. Anytime, man. I'll recommend you watching here. Every time I move into a tax land areas, when it comes to Sandarium, the primary fields for Sandarium over here is taxed. The thing about mining Sandarium compared to other resources, so that it is not really a resource that relies on quantity. It's a quality resource, so we don't have to turn over a lot of pets in the land areas to find Sandarium. That means that we minimize the amount of tax we pay, but still get a higher markup return. So that's why you'll see me mainly mining tax land areas out here in Segna Forest area. Mainly because we can still do very, very well just mining Sandarium. So I was looking at, but there's so much stuff going on here. I was gonna see what kind of skill here we... Oh, it was Driller. We became level 54 Driller. Not too bad. And we'll soon be level 55 Surveyor. $56, sorry. Why did I drill that one suddenly? Your English isn't the best? Nah, it's cool, man. Mine either. I make a lot of it. I stumble over a lot of words and put wrong words in certain places. I don't worry too much about it. It is what it is. I think it's pretty understandable, and that's important. I understood what you meant. So our mining keeps being pretty damn good. So we're gonna keep dropping, get as much of this land area to ourselves as possible. We don't want to deny value to others. We don't want to get overtaken here while we drill out claims. So we're gonna keep dropping. Oh man, I still cough a lot. I hate being sick. %35 skill gain. Nothing spectacular, but not bad. So if we suddenly switched here, we can empty out areas. So if we suddenly start finding Belcom, like we missed, obviously that will put an early end to the speed run here. This is a pretty good playlist. Must admit, YouTube Music is doing a good job here. So if we haven't found any Garcen Lubricant, Chiphonic Steam or Cave Sap before the end of this slice here, I'm gonna start drilling. Not gonna be going ham for base value materials here. As we've talked about many times before, we can drain an area empty by mining out all the good stuff, and when we've done that, there's no point in really continuing. I think we can take it the opposite way here. I was gonna say we could take it from behind, but I knew there would be someone. If Bud Spencer, I haven't seen you in chat, but I'm in chat, so we can probably say we're gonna take it backwards here. Normally I would go back from where we began and take it from the first claim and then to the last claim in that order, but considering we have plenty of time here, I don't think we're gonna see any claims expire. Yeah, well, Fuso is in chat, so we actually, we do have a few claims there. I was about to say we don't have that many, but then I noticed I haven't scrolled all the way up. Oh, GeForce experience. Well, hello there. Now go away. You should introduce yourself. Maximilian Million in game. Been around since 2006, had 10 years break and been back for a month or so. You know what? Welcome back, Maximilian. Thank you for it's good having you here. I've been on a break myself several times actually, but lately I've had a 3-year break or something, maybe even more. So I think it's quite common. It's a long going game, it's a grind, it can be frustrating at times. Yeah, don't leave all the important info. Welcome back. Yes. I think Twitch is amazing. My reason for coming back in game was actually that I saw some guys streaming on Twitch. I can't even remember who it was. And I thought, well, you know what? I'm gonna give it a go again here. You really miss playing, but you just didn't have the time until now, so you're happy to be back. Much have changed though, so I feel like a total noob. Yeah, I did as well. They changed the key mappings and controls. That made a massive difference to me. Make me feel like a complete noob, not being able to control my avatar sufficiently, or like, yeah. But you'll find out that the core mechanisms of the game is the same. Loot wise, waves, general goal of the game. Basically, the core of the game is the same. It hasn't changed much. So once you find your way back up, find your way around, you will you'll feel right at home. I think a lot of people in game here has been here for years, but still just haven't really propelled off, like kicked off in the game. Yeah. Oh yeah, Fuso, your message got blocked due to being in Danish. So I won't put it in there because a lot of people will not be able to understand it. But what you said was that you will take any kind of information about mining, and I appreciate it. And yeah, don't worry about it. Just write like that. It might get blocked and I might not put it in chat because I'm trying to keep it in English to welcome everyone. It can be quite frustrating having chats in different languages and stuff. But like there are no questions that I won't answer. Obviously it will be my experience and some of you will agree and some won't. But just take what you can and leave the rest, right? As I said, I don't hold anything back. I show everything, even if you want to see my transfer window, cool. It's just easier for you. Yeah, I completely agree. Most people can understand English, like when you talk it, but writing is a bit different, and you can feel like you expose yourself because you don't feel like your riding is mint, so it feels like you're not sufficient in the way you do it. Benny, thank you very much for the follow, I appreciate it. But don't worry too much about typing and spelling and stuff like that. I don't think anybody here are really grammar Nazis. I'll kick grammar Nazis before someone misspelling something, that's for sure. So this run is really good. There's no other way of saying it. And I think the run is good because we knew when to quit. Or not, well, we're not quitting. We're definitely gonna be mining a lot more today, but we took out the best out of the area. We took the best paying markup in metals and ores and stopped mining once we start hitting the bad stuff. And I think that's the reason that we can rest on a pretty good run here. So now we'll go empty out another area. I probably should use my Sleipner here, but for some reason I like the driving part. I wish they would fix the physics so the vehicle wasn't as susceptible to these kind of like physics bugs where little bumps of road slows you down so disproportionately much. But for some reason I like driving more than flying. Teuphonic Steam TT Finder works. Yes, Teuphonic Steam you can find with TT Finder. Teuphonic Steam is a bit of an odd size actually. If you go to Little Big Mining Log, it's one of the emitters that is reported being found quite deep at 800 meters plus, but we're finding it easily with the Z20 finder here, and yeah, and as you say, it's something that you can find with TT Finder as well. I love these new wave events. Fort Lahar is a favorite. I've done the wave event at Fort Lahar as well. Yeah, it's great. These and the bots are looting really well for new people. You get a lot of limited weapons and amplifiers. So that's definitely, if you're taking it easy in the game, doing low level stuff, then you get like I played for a full hour. I always stream when I mine because this bankroll challenge is a stream thing. So I try, well, I don't mine when I don't stream because that would bring the whole integrity of the bankroll challenge into question. So one night I wanted to play, but I couldn't stream. I had someone here and I just wanted to play on my own and talk a bit. And I did the wave events at Fort Lahar and I did some of the quests around there for the adjusted booking, and I must admit I enjoyed it a lot. I had to pull myself to quit. It gave you a complete feeling of utilizing the game to the max, even though you turned over very little pet and obviously you were doing noob stuff, but it felt like I might as well have been hunting multibos. It was pretty much the same actions I was doing. Welcome back to Jama. Little bit monologic link. Can I post a link? It's PDF that has all the depths and a lot of explanation about. Yes, please, the real CK. I'm just gonna add a stream marker here so I can I might just put that below the. I will take a look at it after the game, and I might just add that below the stream. Wow, that's a very comprehensive guide. Yeah, I'll probably just add that page 108 to 111. Probably add that to the stream afterwards, or at least the 108 to 11 page. 2013, yeah. Don't put too much into that, Fu. So one of the theories I rely a lot on when it comes to mining is actually a paper done back in 2007-8. But MindArc has said that the general loot system is the same. That hasn't changed. Obviously, loot 2.0 is very different, but that hasn't been implemented into mining or crafting yet. You found it after Little Big Mining Log being down for 3 days. Wow, has it? I haven't been in there. That's brutal. Obviously, a lot of information you need to have. You need that to be rather fresh, but some general things don't really grow old. Can't get to the website and see the depth charts. That's annoying. That's a nice little octopus. So we're just gonna do a pro run up here. Might be the same loot server, we might get the same bad stuff that we got down south. Belkar, Magirian Mist, but we're gonna give it a go here. And if it's bad, we'll just jump straight out. So we saw a green dot down here. Obviously there's a risk or a chance, we could say, that he jumped up here to mine this area. So not getting any claims here is never a good sign. Obviously it might just be mining that slowed down, but it might also be because he jumped up here and has mined this area just before us. So obviously if this continues, we will move on. But we do get some cave sap here. It's a rather small claim, but it's good enough. Little Big Mining Log in the past has been, it's a one-man project. It's a guy developing it from home. So it has had problems with stability in the past as well. Obviously it only get fixed when he get the time to fix it. I see you constantly switching finders. What's the reason for this? It is because that I use the TerraMaster 8 for mining ores, which has 1000 meters average search depth, and it is unamped. And I use the Z20 finder for Matters with a level 5 amplifier on. The Z20 finder has 552 meters average search depth, and that is the best finder for cave sap and Garcen Lubricant. And that is what I want to find. If I was to use the TerraMaster 8 for Matters, I would mainly be finding Magirian Mist with the occasional ultraphonic steam. So it's basically to optimize my ore and matter composition. If I was to use the Z20 finder for minerals, for ores, I would mainly be finding Gasodite, Belcar and Beryllium, but I wouldn't really consistently be able to find Redolite and Ruggerite. So yeah, it's to optimize my yield basically. The F105 is roughly the range of the Simplex. Would that be an unlimited substitute? Yes. I was using the F105 for a long time. It's a great finder and it is perfect for mining in Matters in the entire Chinook jungle area. You will do extremely well mining Garcen Lubricant, cave sap and Chiphonic steam. My reason for using the Simplex is because the Simplex is cheaper to use, and I was able to pick this one up at 103%. So I paid 103% on this one, and if you go check on Entropia Wiki, you will see that this has like half the decay of the F105. So it's basically an eco thing. So even if I pay 103% on the Simplex, I should be saving money, theoretically. Oh, we got a bit of Canarium here. We have a finder that can go 1K, so I need to run another finder for matter. I would definitely recommend that. I've used 1K meters average search depth for Matters, and it was just a ginormous waste of money. Depending what you're mining, of course. But to this point, there isn't any Matters at that depth that's really worth mining that deep besides Solis Beans and a Listener's Gel. So basically the only place I go deep for Matters is over here on these two islands here. Henring Cube. That's actually not true. I go deep here for Henring Cube, Devil's Tail, Solis Beans, a Listener's Gel. And over here for Henring Cube and Devil's Tails. But most other places for Energized Crystal, Dianthus, Garcen Lubricant and stuff, I don't go deep. But the 1K, if you have something that's able to search as 1000 meters average search depth, that's definitely what you want to do for minerals. Rugerits, Redolite, Sandorium, Tridonite, the Royals. Basically, you need to go as deep as possible to find those. Not as deep as possible, but 1,000 meters to really find those. We just got done with a 2-hour run and got a few Devil's Tail, but mainly mist and some Stardust. Yeah, that is what happened to me as well. The first, when I just came back here and was finding my feet back into the game, I was doing a lot of, because I had the opportunity to mine deep, I thought I had to go mine deep. But basically, I do a whole lot better doing it this way than I did just going deep. But obviously it depends on what kind of matters that area has. It's a combination of matter composition and tools, and you want to hit the combination that yields the most markup. That's the goal. So this is a bit of a mixed run here. We do get a little Garcen grease and a little cave sap, but proportions are not great. But we'll see. Judge is still out on this one. Yeah, you're on Arcadia at the moment, and you were looking for Gasodite and Winrex. Gasodite is about 600 meters, from what I remember. You don't get much Gasodite if you go at 1,000 meters. Winrex, I have no idea. I think I read somewhere that Gasodite is about 630 meters, but we can test it out actually. We have the E-Mine FS here. That is 676. That should be sufficient to test out to see if we will start finding Gasodite. As you know, we've dropped approximately, let's see here, 60 probes for ore so far, and we haven't found a single Gasodite stone. So now we'll try the E-Mine FS, and we'll probably see some Gasodite within the next 5 to 10 claims. Winrex stone 16, okay. Yo, go 630 meters. Get yourself an E-Mine FS or some finder, some way of mining at that level. You should be getting both of those. But you wanna always consider your markup. If you are adjusting your depth by enhancers, be wary, they are quite expensive. Thank you for the information on Winrex stones, Fuso. Oh, little big man logger's back up. Cool. Gasodite stone 630. Okay. 722. Yeah. Obviously, you want to make your own experiences mining. You gotta remember that little big mining log is very susceptible to what kind of finders people are using as well. So if there's a lot of people mining very shallow, they will find Gasodite, and Gasodite will seem to be dropping a lot more shallow than it actually is. Ducky X1, my friend, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome all. Hope you enjoyed his stream. I hope Ducky did well today. To all you new people out there, we are currently in the mining running Snook Jungle. We're using the Z20 finder and a TerraMaster 8. Right now I'm just doing a test to see if we can find some Belka at 630 meters, 670 meters. But otherwise it's mainly the TerraMaster 8 for red light and Rugorits, and the Z20 for some gas and grease, cave sap, and the occasional Ultraphonic steam. Oh, you got the right link for Little Big Mining log, CK. Cool, good thing we can help each other. Thank you, Fuso. It's cool. So we sent home approximately 250, maybe 300 pet worth of resources, so this run is pretty good. Got a small global of 86 pets of Garcen Lubricant. If you're new to the stream, we got a bankroll challenge going. We started out at 3,600 pets. We are currently at 5,400 pets. You can read about that below. All in all, we're doing quite well. So I'm amping on, not real CK, I'm amping on Enmatter, but not for ore. Is this because markup is better on those Enmatters than on ores? Yes, that is exactly why. My average markup, I'm not gonna pick up long. My average markup on ores is a lot better than on ores. Ores is mainly for red light and maybe some Rugorits, and the problem with I slam on a level 5 amplifier, I'm not really able to find Rugorits, and that's gonna cut out a large part of our markup. Obviously, the frequency you find Rugorits is quite low, but it means a lot when we turn over as little pets as we do. Mainly when we mine for ore, we find very low markup stuff. It's Belka, a bit of the Rulium, and a very little bit of Gasodite. So my guess is if we were to amp on ores, we would get 105% returns. Technically that would make us break close to even, but I think the risk is too high. So we're coming up on our 5th claim of ore here. This was about the point I said we should start to see some gasodite soon. If I'm right, that is. Nice miss drop there. So that was our 5th Belcar stone. Hopefully we will find some gasodite soon. Not that it is something we mine intensively, it's just a bit of a test here. Skill boost 45%. Oh, there's someone here. Might explain the not too good hit rate. And then we find some cave sand. Not bad. Oh, there's more. 45 cents. Okay. So we are a little over, actually 2/3. So 2/3 of our in-matter loot is decent paying markup stuff. And 1/3 is Magirian Mist. We have approximately 100 pets total. 80 pet total. And about 60 of those is in decent paying stuff. That is how we want to keep it. I'm quite surprised our claim rate is still so fairly decent, considering there was someone else here. Seems like he might have been mining, he might be coming from the south, so he's mining through our mined area rather than us mining into his area. Very important. So I just need to go open a window here. It's extremely hot. Some big windows and the sun is coming in, warming up the whole place. 1 second. And I'm back. And we are having a great time mining right here. We are getting a lot of cave sap, a lot of Garcen Lubricant, a decent amount of Chiphonic steam. This is good times. This is what good times looks like. They don't come with swirlies. So within the next 3 ore claims here, we want to see some gasolite, please. Hey Ruffy! Uptown. Uptime is just above the chat box on stream. It is going extremely well. Extremely well. So far this is a 115% run. At least. Ah, 115 is a reasonable. Yeah, it is nice. We had a small global, so even when it comes to base loot, we're doing good. We're getting good amounts of cave sap, decent amounts of Teuphonic steam, and a great amount of Garcen Lubricant, and a very little amount of Magyrian mist, the way we want to see it. It is nice. It is pretty damn nice. So we have one claim left here. I really want to see some gasolite. It might just be like it has been emptied out. I guess people do go a bit harder than I do for ores here. So there's a chance they just took out all the gasolite and beryllium. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it is, to my knowledge, at least possible. Because we are getting all Belcar. We got a bit of beryllium here. I'm gonna keep trying here. We normally never find gasodite, so if we can find it here with the FS, it still kind of makes the point, but obviously the point is not as clear as I first thought it was. Any globals? Yes, small 86 pet Garcen Lubricant. So it was a pretty good global considering it had some decent markup to it. Considering in this area we normally global on Belcar and Magirian Mist, so it was a nice little differential to actually get something that was worth selling on auction. That is nice, yeah. And it was in the very beginning of the run, so kind of kicked us off with a bang. Bit of Tephonics team as well. We keep going here. This is amazing. Now I was gonna move to another area, but I can't really with good conscience leave right now. It's good, you just gotta keep going. Hey Euphoria, good afternoon, how are you doing, ma'am? As long as the hit rate is there, keep on trucking, that's true. And the hit rate is here, and the type of minerals and metals we're looting is pretty damn good. Just gotta keep going. We have maybe 50 pets left before we need to restock on amplifiers. And we get some more Tephonics team, this is amazing. Are you gonna grind out those explosive projectiles today, Euphoria? Standing around in your thong and bra, kicking it on some gambling. See if you can hit that big one. You are. Good times. Oh look, Rock got eyebrows and a big ass forehead. It's a Rainat mountain. Yeah, I have my fingers crossed for you hitting something big as well. We'll see if Mindark loves you today. I think Mindark loves you every day. But not for the reason you think. But they should spread some love to you quite soon. I saw you hit a 8k explosive projectiles. Ah, it's gone now. It's a couple of days. Was it during the weekend here? You hit a pretty big one. That's pretty cool. Have you looted any good blueprints, by the way? Any kind of explosive projectiles, recycling stuff? That should really kick you off. There was someone in here, I can't remember his name, it was a while back. He looted a recycling blueprint 4. It's an extremely valuable blueprint. My god, we just keep hitting this Garcen Lubricant. It is amazing right now. Now if we can make 108% on average, we'll break even. But if we keep Garcen Lubricant, we keep our base value at 110% returns here. And then the Cave 7 Phonic Steam puts us a bit further up there. So we are printing right now. Not to a rate that will probably satisfy you, Euphoria, but for a small-time player like me, it is great. Memes bag. Oh shit, I completely forgot about that this weekend. I should have put up the rules for the memes. I need to get that done when I'm done today. Yeah, we're kicking off that meme competition now. That was due to me having to pull out my Sunday from the schedule from being sick. Everything just got put in the back of the line there. Did I send my support ticket? Yes, Ruffy, I did. So we'll see what they respond. I'll log in this afternoon later on to see what they responded. But I sent a support ticket as you said, and we'll see if they will return the claim there. And I'll probably take that 260 pet, or at least some of it, and put in the prize pool for the meme competition. Because now I deposited it, I put it in here to cover the losses that I inflicted upon myself. So if they return the claim, I'll take that 260 pet back, and put in at least some of it, probably some into this week's competition and some next week. It would be great if they return that claim. Right, I'm gonna give up on this Gasonite here. I'm gonna go back to the Terramaster 8. I will owe you an answer to that there, and I'm pretty sure I'm right about it, that gasodite seem to be dropping a lot better for the E-mine FS Finder rather than the TerraMaster 8 Chavo, but yeah, we'll see. I'll test it again later. Fruit. Oh, and there was 108. Fruit alert. Need an alert for that. Thanks a lot for the shout there, Ruffy. That's how you make money streaming, isn't it? So the good period might have ended here. Being back to Belcar and Nigerian Mist. Maybe not. Oh, that's more. It's 3 pulls in this one. There we go. Boom. No. But a small cave sap is pretty good as well. So I think we have one slice left in this area here we can take, and then we'll start moving into the Styrium area. Hey, you Unicat. Welcome, man. Hope you're doing well up there on Entropia. Keeping those instances alive. Just check that I'm not running at a muted microphone here. It's the biggest fear of any streamer, I believe. Oh, there's 4 in this one actually. Might just be 3 when we're pulling as heavy as we are here, yeah. So we might go, yeah, I wonder where we're gonna, I won't tell you guys, there'll probably be someone jumping in front of me mining the area before I get there. But I have another area in mind here in a second. I think we're gonna leave this one as is. Not gonna finish the last slice here. There's not much left. And we are back to Belcar Magirian here. Don't bother telling in front, exactly. I think I've noticed that actually. Because I used to call out where I was going next and talk about it and go through my reasoning for picking that area. And I think it might actually have been a bad idea. Because areas do get affected if someone mine it first. So whoever is the first to mine a clean area is the one who will get the best returns. In my opinion, hide the map until you're finished with the area. Yeah, I think that's gonna be too much, but you're right, Ruffy, that would probably be the right way of going about it. But I don't wanna, like, I'm pretty sure I can still do okay, even though I am in a tough spot for competition. And I think it will take too much away from the stream. I actually, when I watch another stream, I can get a little frustrated if I get confused whether the guy or girl is doing her or his mining or hunting. I think it's kind of important having a sense of direction when you watch something. So I will keep that up though. But you are right. Looking at, if I was to look completely only on my own returns, I would probably do a bit better doing that. I'm gonna pick up a couple more level 5 amplifiers here. Oh, he's running out of amplifiers. I might just pick up 3 here, because these are not for sale. So we empty out that. Just gonna add that. Yeah, you could explain after you were finished, just so people don't jump in front of you mining. Yeah, and I do think that happens once in a while, and I don't blame anyone for doing that. It's a correct choice if you're still finding your way and stuff. Obviously it's not something you want to do in the long run, because you need to find your own places, your own way of mining that suits the tools you have and the way you do it. Like copying someone always basically comes down to the simple philosophy of walking in the footsteps of others will never put you in front. But if you're still finding your way, it makes sense. So we're gonna go for the Antus energized crystal here. We're gonna be using the desect finder here. So we'll see if we can find some energized / Dianthus, hopefully. I just wanted to give it a go to see if drop rate has come up a bit. Otherwise it's a matter that normally comes with a lot of oil, which is not that attractive. So there's a bit of Primordial Longus here, so we will have to kill a few of those going through this area. So we are getting a lot of crude oil here. I'm still not certain on what kind of binder is the best for Dianthus / energized crystal. I might actually just use the E-mine FS here, do a test with that, because I think actually that's the best finder. I know I removed it, but I'm gonna give it a go here. Need to limit the amount of oil we get. You hope that it begins because you just want to drop some pets in the ground. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of a boost to mining here. It's a nice phantom set of armor. And armor tricks or something. Let's just kill this dude here, see what he has. Oh, that was a big hit. Oh, small little global there on the Primordial Longu, 88 pets. 89 actually. Let's give it another. Man, these guys hit like a truck. Congrats. Thank you, Shavo. Thank you, Robbie. And Fuso. We just out here mining. Yep. Just casually mining and globaling on some mobs. We get 5 pet off that one, that's not too bad. Cover wealth, yeah. That's pretty sweet actually. Definitely pays for whatever costs we have in hunting for the next couple of runs here. Some mad hunter someplace here, probably the guy hunting Primordial Longu is pretty hardcore behind us, like what the fuck? I've been here for 10 hours hunting these things straight, I haven't had something like that yet. Miners get all the good stuff, we get nothing. Kill 2 mobs in a day, get a global on 1. We're rolling hot here, yes we are. I think we lost quite a lot of hunting last week though. So I guess it makes sense to be compensated some the week after. I think that was one of the reasons for the lower-ish returns for the last week here, was because basically every mob we killed was a loss. Obviously that's gonna eat into our mining returns. Boom. Bit of Giantus here. 140%. We like that. We're gonna stick with the mine FS. think the Ant/Hoost / Energized Crystal is a few of the resources that we can actually get in globals and huffs with decent percent on. I don't think it's something that's heavily mined. That leaves more for us. So the general state of loot is definitely up a notch from last week. Feels good, man. It's not through the roof. It's pretty average, but it was below average last week, so can't really complain. I don't think there's really anything in the ground when it comes to ores. I think it's primarily Lysterium and iron, and I don't want to mine that. So I'm gonna be sticking with emitters here. Oh, that's an old alpha. That's gonna give us a bit of a grief. But if we're lucky and he doesn't hit us too much, we'll be fine. Please miss. Thank you. Level 48 in the swordsman profession. Give us some more Dianthus. This is there's a bit too little Dianthus slash energized crystal in the mix to really make it worth our time here. It's quite a good little fab to have here. It just had Havoc Cascades. One I looted while mining PvP4 of one of those Mulmans or something. Back when I hunted a bit more, I used to use the Vivo UR 125. It's a really sweet first aid pack with not that much markup on it, but the whole first aid pack market has really switched around a lot, so I need to look into what kind of power fab to really get. That will allow us to support our hunting outfit the most. Because the regeneration trip 6 here is a bit too low end here. Doesn't heal us enough. We need something more powerful. It is the weak spot of our hunting setup. Gotta kill this dude here. He's gonna aggro us. You can see when the mob kind of stops doing its generic things and just stares at you. Kind of means he's mentally preparing himself to he's mentally preparing himself. Oh, sorry, I got a text message there. Stupid noob thing to do there. Hate dying. It's a complete and utter waste of time. I was sitting there looking at my phone. And they do hit hard. If they get into like a streak of hitting you and hit you 3 or 4 times, they can hit you up to 100 with this type of armor here. Good thing about Primordial Longu is the regeneration rate is really bad, so where's the dominant? There he is. Yeah, that was really hard. Yeah, they have a high average damage. Fortunately, they miss a lot as well, so... I don't... What is it? Our evade is... 40, so yeah, it's okay. And our HP is 207, so we can almost take 2 full hits from a dominant. That's pretty important. Elite Sweet, hi man, how you doing? Is there someone I know behind that nick there? TTV Elite Sweet. Oh, this, of course. Sorry, it's been a while. Yeah. How you doing, Eric? Hope you're well. Saw your dad locked in earlier. Oh, hang on, we need that one. Don't die. Phew. I thought for a second you were someone else.
I am doing very well. We've had a pretty good mining run today. I was gonna try out here for some other not rare resource, but good paying resources, but unfortunately it is not really working out. We are not finding what we wanted. We did get a small global on a mob though, so we got 90 pets, almost 89 pets off a Longo, Primordial Longu, which was pretty good. So all in all, actually, we are doing quite well. We are making a bit of money. That's what we like in this game. So what is that following us here? It's Tripodium. Are you off to play some Apex? Don't aggro us. Luckily no. Go away you. See, I know some hunting tricks too. Stacking those mobs in between each other can keep you safe for a little while. I'm such a hunting noob. But I'm still global, so I don't complain. It's all about the monies. I would be so annoyed if I was hunting a mob constantly and maybe even seeing some bad returns, and then some idiot comes by, drops a probe, and then kills one and globals. Oops. Hey, Straken man. I was just saying hi to Eric. Yeah, we global on a Primordial Longu. There was this guy grinding him right next to us. I haven't seen him since we global though. Mining is pretty good, so if you have the time, get in here. We had a pretty damn good run through Chinook jungle. Are we seeing some server lag here? I think we are. Massive server lag, guys, so it's... Come on, man. What's going on? Is the internet down in Sweden or something? It's not my internet, right? Nope. I have game down. Oh, damn. I have fiber internet, so it's very rarely my connection. Come on, my nog. Guess the hamster fell out of its wheel up there. Trying to catch it, running around the office right now. Get the servers back up. What's going on here? Now we're dying. I guess that's not the worst thing happening. You're gonna play some CSGO, see me. Yeah, thank you for stopping by, Elite, man. Take care, Eric. Good luck and crush it. Crush it. Probably filling the ground with some goodies. Let's hope so. There's some things happening behind the scenes here. I guess some Mindark employee has his finger in the hamster wheel trying to turn it around, but he's not able to really kick it up to the speed so the front end can nice progress, 10% done to the land area. You're damn right, Struck, and we're grinding it out. And as I wrote there, it might seem like we lost pets, but we really didn't. Our reason for being down 200 pets last week is due to the investment into L30 finders. I bought quite a few of those while they were low markup. So that's also why it seems like we lost money last week, but technically we didn't. It's just the way I do the accounting. So all in all, actually, we made, shut up, you fool. We made like 20 pets last week, and in my opinion that's pretty good, considering that it was a really bad week last week. And coming out from these bad weeks with 20 pet profit is something you really gotta appreciate. It's difficult. Like, we went straight into Chinook jungle, mined a lot in Chinook jungle here. All we got was pretty much Belcar, Magirian Mist, and when you get those kind of things, you can quickly get yourself into a deep hole of losses. But we managed to steer clear and come out on top. Of course, it helped that we sold a L30 amplifier at 50% profit at 100 pet base value. That gave us almost 50 pets of pure profit. Means a lot. We were able to sell our Sandarium at 1330%. That helps a lot, as we were only expecting 900% on it. So we were able to really give some good returns in a bad period. Okay guys, I'm gonna put you on a be right back screen here while I log in. So we should be Gucci here and back up. Yes, we're back in. So I'm probably just gonna run this area here. Try out for some, all this area here I'm pretty sure has Giantus Liquid and Energized Crystal. So I'm just gonna give it a go here, see how we do. But I'm not gonna do any kind of systemized mining, taking off slices, optimizing my use of the area. There's too much oil to really warrant that, so I'm just gonna chill, run through it, see how we do. If it turns out that we suddenly hit a lot of Giantus, I'm obviously gonna change my strategy. You should always let yourself humble by the state of the universe. If something changes, adapt. Don't get stubborn. Just go with the flow. I think I'm done playing with the Primordial Longus. I don't think they're gonna pay us anymore. We killed the only one with a job. The rest of them was just jobless bums, unemployed bums living on the street, having pennies in their pockets. We don't really want that. So all this here, this is like the ghetto of Primordial Longus. This is like the poor people living here. No point in robbing them. No broke ass Longos. Like all the rich Longos live by the beach. Everybody knows that. Hobo Longo land. Just checking that everything is fine here still after my little excursion into the browser country, and it is. Thanks for the tip, Ruffy. Yeah, log in and out and fixed it. I don't know what happened there. Oh, that's right, there's a bunch of fowls here. They're really annoying. The aggro range isn't extreme, but it's quite high. So we're gonna avoid them if we can. Just gonna slam down and slide my hero and cross it. The sea of falls. The problem is our setup is a bit too... We are doing too much damage basically. We're gonna have a lot of over damage, which means in turn a lot of loss at killing them. And I don't want to kill them with the finisher pistol. That one has too low damage, so they basically fall in between our setup here. And they will be annoying to hunt. There we go. We can get back to it, doing what we do. Yeah, it's good to be going out of this area here. This is, it makes me feel sad a little actually, because this area here, back in the Energized / Dianthus Gold Rush some years back, this was my primary. I used to run through this area 2 times a day. I loved mining it. I still have very good memories of this area here, which is probably why I seem to be sticking to it when it's not really this good. Not when it's not really that good. It really isn't. But good memories are hard to erase. Well, technically it was not my primary area, but there wasn't that many places here on Euphoria or Calypso in general that had good Energized / Dianthus mining. The best places was actually on Entropia, in my opinion. So even though this was a mediocre area, because Dianthus and Energized Crystal was at 200+%, and you could mine it extremely regularly, like it was easy mining, and you could make a lot of money doing it. I stuck to it. That was this area here, and this area down here was pretty good Dianthus mining as well. I might actually give that a go. I know I called it out here, so there's probably one of you sneaky guys out there heading up there right now, but it was pretty good. Very good. I probably should drop a couple of probes for... yeah, I will do that. Because there's iron here, and we just need one small claim of iron to finish our mission. This out here is pretty good for Dianthus as well. The problem is there's Atrax and Atraxes, so, and they're extremely aggressive, so. But I remember mining, I often hit globals actually of Dianthus out here. Let's see if we can repeat that. Hey Robbie, you just took off your amplifier and then you find a sizable. Yeah, I see your point. Don't worry too much about it. I know you would. The first thought rolling through your mind is that would have been a bigger claim size. That would have been a great or a significant claim size had you kept the amplifier on. But you can't really think like that, because it might still have been a sizable had you kept on the amplifier. Your returns are fixed. No, it's kind of like telling there's no Santa Claus, but you see it quite often. I run hard with a L30 / level 5 amplifier, but then I global on the unamp finder, and that's just the way it is. Do what's right. Don't worry too much about the sizes. But again, it's kind of like saying there's no Santa Claus, but we all, to some extent, degenerate gamblers, aren't we? Just be happy that you try at least to say, hey, I found a big claim size at a cheaper cost. I will admit I'm having the exact same thoughts though. I don't know if I'm right, but I know that chain of thought had served me well, not obsessing, because what it led to me in the past was to amp when I shouldn't be amping, because I didn't want to risk finding a quote small unquote claim without an amplifier, or a large quote unquote claim without amplifier, because I will miss value. But it just made me amp hard in places I shouldn't be amping. You should be amping if you're in an area with some good resources that has a limited size, so it will make you more effective at generating markup. That's when you should be amping. If you amp to chase big claims, you have a very big risk of just ending up with a big hole in your pet card. Oh, it's Kerberos that makes that extremely scary sound. So we have Estafels here. And crude oil. Estafels, I like hunting Estafels for some reason. I believe they used to loot some decent timber and enhancers. And I think they looted cores as well. Not in the same frequency as the Fervoids, but they did loot them. But unfortunately they have taken the course pistol out of rotation. So it's not really possible to loot that one anymore. And 40% it's down to. It's not great. You know what, I'm gonna try the set 20 a bit here. See if we can get some more Dianthus. We can definitely get Garcen. I'm not gonna hunt too much. Loot was bad on them. Obviously they are pretty aggressive, so if we get attacked, we'll do the hunting required. I'm gonna kill a magic Atrox. The Atrox dominant is one of those sweet spot maturities. Old and dominant seem to be dropping the biggest huffs. And youngs. But youngs might just be because that's the most commonly hunted one. But I definitely seem to think that old and dominant are the ones doing the highest loot stuff, multiplier thingies. It's a completely non-scientific and a feeling I have, so please don't base your hunting on that, but I've seen back in the day there was quite a few all-time highs on those maturities. Here he comes. Bring it, bro. You stopped hunting a long time ago, losing too much with hunting. Yes. Hunting can be a brutal mistress. That and crafting. I only do it just to keep a bit of variety in my play and to defend myself when I'm mining. I enjoy being able to mine most areas, not worrying too much about what mobs are there. But if you are still accumulating items, wealth, stuff in game, you're still building your skills and stuff, it can be extremely expensive using limited items and not having the damage per second to really handle the mobs. I think we're at approximately 80 damage per second with this one, so we, as I said, up to level 37 we are okay. We do okay. We can definitely keep up with some mid-level hunting. So, there we go. I was about to say, so no energized crystal for this guy. And then we get an average claim. I think I'm gonna drill this one out here and I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna take a break. I need some lunch and I'll probably be back tonight. But it's been going for 3.5 hours now, and yeah, I need something to eat. Need a bit of a break. Need to get up from this chair, move around, make sure my legs are still working. The setup I have here, I'm gonna change it when I move. I'm gonna make it a bit more comfortable, but it's not, I have a great chair, but it's not a real desk, so I need one that can actually support me moving around a bit more when I'm sitting here. Yeah, okay, so I still think, even though this run here was not that interesting, I still think we did okay and came out a little on top. Obviously we lost some here in the end. We definitely made the bulk of our profits in the first 1 or 2 hours. Oh, I shouldn't be mining this, it's too low. I thought it was 120%. Ah, well, now we tested it. It's not worth mining. No, either 4%, or we need to see how the run went. Yes, we do actually. let's see here. Did I send home the pitfall? I did, didn't I? No, I didn't. So that was it. So let's see here. So let me just add this. 481 plus 411.98 because we added two. No, it was actually free. Plus 25.9. We bought free amplifiers, right? Yes, we bought free amplifiers. So we spent total cost was 1,598. Oh, we're gonna be massive in the green here. No, that's kind of, I must have made some kind of miscalculation. Did we make that much? No, we didn't. There's something wrong here. Let me just check here. 422 has. No, it should be right. Why is it this much? Why do we have this much? Oh, I pulled out some Listerian stone from storage. There we go. There we go. That makes sense. It was because I pulled out a Listerian stone that apparently, let me just check, and Durulium stone. Oh, we did find that. That's good enough. That was 27. Clipsat. Yeah, that makes sense. So base value wise, we made approximately 80 pets. Let's see markup here. Obviously, one to the amplifiers. First, how many do we have? I think it's 1673, right, or something. Yeah, that's good enough. And that's 102.99%, 103%. So that's 6, 12, 18 plus 18. 2021. This is a rough estimate here. Plus 20. Plus another 20. Plus 4.5. There we go. Plus 30. Minus 1598.97. Leaves us at a plus of 169 so far. I'll probably do a run tonight as well, but so far we're having a good start to the week and a good start to the day. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and starting out on 169 pet profit is a good way of, do I know when? It will most likely be around 6 o'clock my time is my guess, 8 o'clock my time, maybe 7 o'clock my time. So 5 or 6 o'clock my dark time, I'll be back on. Anyways guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'll send you over to the lead. He's hunting right now. It's a cool guy. Sharbo, nice run, thanks for the stream. You're welcome, man. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you're enjoying your own gameplay. and take care of yourself out there. Take care of your pet card as well. So I think that was it. Yes, the rate is calling down for Dilette, so yeah, Ruffy, take care and good luck out there. Yes, see you guys. Bye bye.